movies. Today we are going to rank them. This is going to be big. I've been waiting for this. I cannot wait to do it. I can't wait to show you guys my ranking. This is going to be so epic, and my ranking might be a bit controversial because Star Wars depends on when you were born. I was born in 2007, and so my ranking might be a little bit different than yours, but I definitely want you to share yours down below. Let's get into it. So we start the ranking, which means we're going to be starting with number 9, which is The Force Awakens. I do not like this movie. It ruins Star Wars, and a lot of people would say, like, hey, this is probably the best Star Wars movie outside the original trilogy. I would highly disagree. This is a terrible trash movie. The character of Rey Skywalker for the majority of this movie isn't very likable. It reminds me of a similar film called Jungle Cruise, if you know what I'm talking about. It's just not a good movie. It's the one bad Star Wars movie. It really is. The way they killed off Han Solo was terrible. I despise this movie. I truly despise this movie with a passion. It's a terrible movie. It ruined the original trilogy, and I just hate it. I just hate it. What can I say? I hate it. Then you have number 8, which I gotta admit is a pretty big step up from number 9. And number 8 is The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi is an okay movie. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. It's a microwave dinner from a 5-star restaurant. Yeah. What was I about to say? 5-star restaurant. But Star Wars. 5-star restaurant quality. Last Jedi, microwave dinner quality. Obviously, those are two very different things. I kind of like what they did with Luke's arc. Kind of not. I mean, it kind of does feel betraying. But, I mean, it's fine. I liked him more in Rise of Skywalker when he came back for a little bit. But I kind of just... I would have finished Luke different. I would have brought him back to society. I mean, it's an okay movie. It's not unwatchable, but it's not like high quality Star Wars 5-star restaurant, big quality Paris stuff either. So, yeah. Then at number 7, we have The Phantom Menace. Now, The Phantom Menace was the only Star Wars movie, I reviewed Return of the Jedi at Star Wars Weekend. I didn't review the first two, so this was one of the only 2 Star Wars movies I reviewed. I was wanting to review the others, but then it just got lazy. But Phantom Menace, it's a really good movie. Maybe the race plotline feels a bit for Star Wars because I don't know. It just doesn't feel Star Warsy. But I really did enjoy this movie. I like Qui-Gon and Anakin's chemistry. That was super cool. And overall, this was just a really solid movie. I don't particularly get everyone's hate for. Maybe it's not what should have started Star Wars chronologically, and maybe we should have had something more Star Warsy. But overall, it's a pretty good movie that I really enjoy. And then rolling in at number 6, we have The Empire Strikes Back. I know. I can feel the hate comments coming right now. I welcome them with open arms. I welcome them to punch me in the face. I welcome them to insult me. I welcome them. Oh boy. This is not gonna go well with a lot of people. But listen, I don't hate The Empire Strikes Back on any basis. I actually think it's quite good. I think it expands everything in the first one really well. Of course, the reveal of Vader is iconic. And Luke, I am your mother's husband, your grandfather's son, your uncle's brother, on and on and on and on, Luke. I am your father. And then Luke's like, well, it took long enough. Yeah, yeah. And then like this is overall just a really great Star Wars movie. But oh man, it did punch me in the gut when they cut off Han Solo. So overall, this is just really really good. But I just happen to like the other ones above it more. All right, now we're getting into the top five, and I hate that train. My number five is going to have to go to The Rise of Skywalker. I thought this was a pretty epic conclusion to the franchise. I mean, really, it was. Like that final battle, oh boy, that final battle. It takes everything we knew about Star Wars and just ends it all, and just in the best way possible too. I mean, maybe Return of the Jedi should have ended it. Maybe even Revenge of the Sith, but The Rise of Skywalker really like did it. I mean, it took everything about Star Wars and just ended the franchise. And I think they did it in the best way possible too. Of course, there's just so many great moments in here. I think this is a pretty underrated Star Wars movie. Like this fight right here with Ben versus Rey. I mean, this is overall actually just a really great movie, and it finished off Star Wars, and I really really like the conclusion that they chose for Star Wars. We then move on to number four, and listen, I'm gonna get a lot of crap for my number four, especially since I put it above The Empire Strikes Back. I don't want to reveal my number four. Hey, but I love it, so what you gonna do about it? Alright, I know. No, number four for me is Attack of the Clones. I love it. I love it, okay? I just really do love it. Obi-Wan Kenobi, young Obi-Wan Kenobi, is one of the best Star Wars characters of all time. And Anakin is like my second favorite. And I just love how they expanded the chemistry between him and Padme in here. Obviously, this one introduced by the, what by the time of the Force Awakens are called the Stormtroopers, but here they're just called the clones. And then on the final battles in Star Wars, I really enjoyed. And it was just such an epic final battle here that I really enjoyed. It's fun to think how far back Star Wars goes, or how it really always all started with Yoda and then Qui-Gon, and then we could go on and on. But oh yeah, we get to see Yoda with a lightsaber. That's iconic. That is so iconic. But overall, this is actually a really watchable movie, and I really enjoy this one. All right, now we move on to my number three, which is going to Revenge of the Sith. This is a really amazing Star Wars movie. That final battle, I hate to see Anakin just turn into whatever he is, and it's so painful. This movie is just so good, and you just see our work way to Return of the Jedi, and it's just an iconic movie for me. Like we get to see this character who for the first two movies I think everyone hated, including me. But it's hard to hate him in the first two movies in this trilogy, and then I still can't hate him, and it's just crazy. And then you see it for the first time right there. I mean, it's just amazing, and overall this is a really great movie that did a great job, the best job out of the prequels at prequeling the original trilogy. All right, then we have my runner up, and my runner up is A New Hope. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I mean, come on. It started Star Wars It did it in the best way possible. And I just love A New Hope. From beginning to end, just a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, just takes us to this world for the first time. That's absolutely iconic. And we meet Luke Skywalker, who's my favorite movie character of all time. And just all this stuff. It's just such a fun time that absolutely brings you to this world that you kind of want to stay in forever. And man, I just really love it. And the final battle in this one is really good too. I mean, it's an iconic movie. Like if they made it any other way, it would be terrible. So, just Star Wars: A New Hope, iconic, iconic, iconic. Um, yeah. But if you couldn't tell what my number one was through process of elimination, I'll tell you right now. Number one is Return of the Jedi. I mean, it capped off the original trilogy so well. And probably they were planning to make this the end of Star Wars as a whole. And I don't mind that they kept going. The prequels are pretty good. The first two movies in the sequels aren't that great. But the third movie in it is. So that's kind of mixed for me. But I love this movie. I absolutely love it. It's always going to stay my favorite Star Wars movie. I mean, just the final battle, all the characters. I mean, it's like fun, but it's also painful in the same way. And like this is what Star Wars has always been about: redemption, the best in people, how everyone has their good side except Palpatine. Um, but I just love how that theme is explored here. And that's just why I love this franchise, the theme of redemption and how it's always possible. This is a great Star Wars movie, and it comes in at number one. But that's just my list. And remember, I would love, 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 love to see your list and why. Thank you guys so much for watching. Get your list down below. And, just thank you for supporting the channel. Have a great day. Bye.